Welcome. So what I'm showing you is the fully hardened Mark II helm, and it's been hardened. It's just peppercore, and I've finished resin and everything, and well, not everything's complete. It's just I've hardened everything. Let me show you slow it because I got a problem with holding it till I get my camera stand. Okay. So I've just gone through the process of hardening it. It's curing under the heat lamp. That's all that right there is this heat lamp to warm it up and make sure everything's cured. But it's hardening and still curing. It's been sitting a couple of days going through the curing process. I generally don't coat it because I'm old school. I like to lay my fiberglass or my body filler directly over the raw resin because it just sticks better. If you put it over paint, that means any bonding that happens is purely mechanical. If you do it if you put like a coat of body filler over it now, then it will actually bond together. But if you just put it over paint, then it's just like a mechanical bond, so it's not that strong. Just how I like to do it. Now, one thing about it, you have to be careful. You cannot put too much heat from your heat lamp on the part, because that will kind of warp it and make it bubble, unless you're using epoxy resin, which in that case the epoxy resin is designed for high heat. So the reason why your resin bubbles or cracks or something when you put heat to it, polyester resin does that. Epoxy resin doesn't do that. You know, you put epoxy resin in the autoclave, it's about 200 400 degrees high pressure and it cures it. So but anyway, what I'm gonna do later on is I'm gonna start laminating my fiberglass mat. And the best way to put your mat in is just, you know, your mat should always just be torn. Don't ever just stick it in a total piece. Just whenever you get it, you should tear it apart just like this. It should look just like this, all torn up. And what you do is you put the different strands in just like a little pattern, opposite ways, so that you get your strength. And then what you want to do is you want to use your rollers. And don't buy these, just go and make them. These are the homemade rollers, and the reason why most commercially made rollers are made out of plastic, so you have to keep buying them, and they're like $9 or $10, sometimes $20 for a one-use product. Isn't worth the money. Just go to Lowe's or Home Depot and get some washers. See how that is? It just washers on it and make you one out of a, you know, rod or something like that. Just make them. And that way you can use them over and over again. When they get impregnated with resin and then they're just all hard, you just put it in the fire or use your little portable torch, burn the resin off, and then wire brush it. So what you do is, I'll show you real quick on here. Okay, so before you lay these in, it's really critical that you totally saturate the cloth first. So once the cloth is completely saturated with resin, then what you want to do is you want to coat the cloth first. Coat the part that you want to bond it to, and then you put the wet cloth down like so. And then see, you take your roller and then you roll it like this. Now, so the purpose of rolling it like that is you pushing all the air bubbles out. And air bubbles spell heavy weight and wasted resin. So that's the way you do it. And you want to just do like that. Roll it, and then you're rolling all of the air out of it. Then once you roll all the air out of it, you just come back with your brush and just suck up any little loose resin, just like that. And what that would do is that would make your part strong and make it light. I usually reuse my brushes. I don't normally just throw them away. I just take them and clean them with acetone. And the trick to reusing your paintbrush is all about once you wash it out with acetone, dry the brush. That's the key. See, your brush cannot harden if it's already dry. So once you wash out your brush, then all you need to do is just clean it out with your resin and wash it out, and then dry it with a rag or something, and then it'll be ready for the next use. I probably had the same brushes probably about 2 or 3 years and just use them over and over again, because I got some brushes that are good, like this brush here. I'll probably use this. It's probably 2 or 3 years old, and some other resin jobs, and just reuse them. You can do throwaway brushes, but sometimes a finer, better paintbrush, the resin will go on easier. Some of the resins are really designed to be sprayed on, and brushing them on, you really need a good brush to make it work right. But at any rate, this is, like I said, the Mark II helm. And probably this week I'm going to start reinforcing it. Put body filler in it, roll it, and make it really strong. And then I'm going to start the process of rounding these edges with my Dremel tool. Once I replace the bearings in it, because my bearings burned out on it, so I'm going to have to replace the bearings in my Dremel. That's another thing. Make sure you have some kind of compressed air to blow them out or something. But yeah, so far so good. Some of this part of the pep work wasn't that good on that side of the helm, but I'll take that off with the grinder. So when I grind it with my Dremel tool, I can make all the edges match up. But it's not too bad. I mean, just little spots I see. This is going to be covered up by body filler anyway, so if these little stages are a little bit off, it doesn't really matter much now. At this stage, I'm going to go ahead on and probably try to make this helm as smooth as possible. I'm not going to leave too many pits. Normally I believe, like how the Smart 2 backpack is, I normally will leave a little bit of stuff in for rust, but for this one I want to make it pretty much smooth as I can. So there's just a couple of things I'm working on it. So just a little quick update, let you know I'm still working on it, and my goal to finish up this build for the whole suit of armor. I'm not exactly sure how long it's going to take me. Probably a couple of months, I guess, but it'll go pretty quickly with the pepper cord. Now that I've separated all my parts from it, I've edited all of them. Now all I got to do is start doing the pepper cord work on it. I actually edited all my components for the suit, and that's pretty much it. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching.